Or watch versus No Jumper episode. She was talking about Brandon snaps on the Edgars. Tyler unfollows Frank Ocean. Freddie Gibbs makes a diss
I think I
track,
got
I
it
guess.
at Foot Locker at the mall.
Bro, this is a relic from Nike Tech for Tuesday. It's crazy.
That was a good time. Yeah. You gotta have a Nike Tech on. I was interviewing Twist Black, and he was like, "Man, look at that! Like, that's a fucking Nike Tech. They got these things everywhere." And he was like, acting like it was the first time he ever seen one.
Wax offended. People saying that's what he actually does. But he wasn't fucking with, like, he wanted to, I know he wanted to chop it up with Tania. You feel me? So
She didn't talk a little shit.
Like, yeah, he wanted to chop it up with her for sure. I tried to, like, arrange it for them to do it, but then before I had a chance to, her pay already blamped before that episode.
Oh, yeah, let's go watch this part real quick.
No,
Everybody blames Black.
I think her content and like the.
What is she posting like hoe shit? Okay, but she has an army of people who hate her because of the fact that her daughter is an underage prostitute.
Oh my god.
She seemingly, from a lot of people's perspective, is not as upset about it as she should be, or not as involved in stopping this as a lot of people would probably want her to be. Like, the soft female audience has a hate mob against her that realistically she's almost like a Crip Mac, ironically, since they were once in love, because it's like no matter what, they're coming for her pay.
Damn, she was
Now
fucking
people
Crip
are really like have a strong aversion to her and like her content and find it super problematic. And I rock with Tania heavy. That's the homegirl. You feel me? Like I guess I'm blinded by
her
like
booty.
knowing her in real life. Yeah. So when I see her, it doesn't strike me as problematic as it probably does to the random person. However,
you're a dysfunctional person, just like
I guess I just kind of understand it. That, like, I mean, she may have made some mistakes in how she raised her kid, but ultimately, at this point, it's like if her daughter's just like wilding out of control, trying to go hit the blade at a certain point, what can you do?
The story I heard is she wanted her daughter to like babysit while she was out running the streets doing shit. And basically, the little girl was like, F that. So she hit the streets like, and that's a big problem in a lot of families, right?
It's dark.
It's like mama want to go run the streets and do whatever she's doing. But at the same time, you got your oldest child or your older children left carrying your responsibility. A lot of kids at that point say, fuck this, I might as well be out the street. If I'm going, you can't force me to babysit this shit. So there's a lot to that story that I don't think gets discussed. Tania comes off as like, well, I'm just the innocent mother trying to help her, and she doesn't want help. Your kid doesn't go from 12 years old to hoeing, because I heard she was out there when she was 13 or so.
I don't feel like she
like for no reason.
I will say I don't think she plays the victim. I think that's something
she definitely plays the victim.
I feel like she's pretty unashamed, like shameless about. She's
what
like,
am I supposed to do if I take her with me? She's just gonna want to sit in the car and not. If I have to deal with my kid having a bad attitude, so they're not outside selling ass, they're just gonna have an attitude. They're coming.
No shit.
That's what, like, be a parent, bro. But the reality is, I want to do what I want to do, so I really don't have time to be a parent to this person or try to keep up with them. You think if my daughter was going to Fig, nigga, I'm gonna be at Fig every day. Like, can't come to work today.
Gotta
look for my kid.
Gotta support your kids' extracurricular activities. I'm gonna be there.
Dark sense of humor. You went right where I was thinking.
That's horrible.
Oh, she got cheer practice. I'm gonna be there. She gonna be on Fig. I'm gonna be there. What? No. Like, here's the thing. Whack was upset by the way everybody reacted on that pod when he called in. Tania included.
The whole concept of if he runs plays or not. He was so offended by us saying that he runs plays. Even everybody in the comments, in the chat, and on this podcast, Whack, you're my boy. I fuck with you. But if that's not running plays, then I don't know what the fuck people have been talking about saying running plays for all these years. Because that, to me, you're the king playmaker.
I need to ask a question. Speaking of plays, where the fuck did you get this Nike sweatsuit? I've never seen this in red.
I think I got it at like Foot Locker at the mall.
Bro, this is a relic from Nike Tech for Tuesday from back
This
in
thing
like.
is crazy.
That was a good time. Yeah. You gotta have a Nike Tech on
We
that.
had Nike Tech Tuesday like in November. Like
That
Who was like, oh, I think Twisted Black, and he was like, man, look at that suit. Like, where'd you get that? And I was like, man, it's a fucking Nike Tech. They got these things everywhere. He was like acting like it was the first time he ever seen one.
nigga, that
so
shit
Twisted
crazy.
Black just did hella years, no? Like
Yeah, I mean, well, not even.
I guess he hasn't seen a tech yet.
Yeah, everyone's offended. Wax offended for people saying he does what he actually does.
But he wasn't fucking with like he wanted to. I know he wanted to chop it up with Tania. You feel me? So
She would talk a little shit.
like yeah, he wanted to chop it up with her for sure. I tried to like arrange it for them to do it, but then before I had a chance to, her page was already blamped before that episode was even like done being filmed. I'm pretty sure. I don't think it's what she thinks. Like,
oh really?
Man, she
Yeah,
don't think
dude,
that.
like-
She knows exactly what she's putting on Instagram. Everybody know when you putting risque shit up there, or even being suggestive. Because if you go in and a nigga hits you up like, "Hey, I'm trying to hit," and it's like, "Oh, it's this much money," and the nigga reports that shit, you're done with it.
Why are you assuming that she's selling pussy?
No,
on Instagram?
listen, man. All these bitches are selling pussy on Instagram, first and foremost. So, but if you do that and said nigga reports you, like reports that shit, they're gonna go look and be like, "You're doing something illegal on Instagram, and you're gonna get hit."
she has like a link where it's like
Instagram is a porn site. I mean, like a prostitution site.
They don't say there's no like direct links. For
Y'all think these women get up there putting their whole asshole on Instagram just because?
Her Instagram isn't really like that. She's posting like her main clickbait is like, look at me and my son or my kids in this fucking homeless shelter.
You can get hit for that.
That's the shelter.
I know, because there's nothing wrong with that, but it offends people, it pisses people off, it's rage bait, people freak out in the comments. So she attracts this kind of energy, even if she's not like directly.
That's sick, man.
Because people just get enraged by her
People
comments.
get crazy about kids as well.
Yeah.
If you're showing kids in like a negative light,
Yeah.
living in a shelter, they think immediately, oh, you're using like this, you're doing like poverty, like rage baiting, or like trying to use you guys bad situations. And then people think you're putting yourself in bad situations just for the sake of clickbait.
Anyone who
Terrible, man.
is seen as being a bad parent will definitely end up with like a hate move online. I've seen this many times over.
Yeah, for sure. It all goes back to Michael Jackson.
Kids, Michael's like about dropping this kid. I don't think anybody who, if that was a real kid, they will.
Could not imagine. Anyway, like just like it's too nervous.
He got control of the situation. Have you seen the guy's moves? He's not dropping the kid, dude.
Mike looked like he's a hell of an athlete.
He's done a lot of drugs. I just don't trust myself.
Who's
I'd
done a lot
rather
of
not.
drugs?
Michael
Do
Jackson.
you have proof of that?
Like he died from mainlining that.
No,
fucking
he died from
ethanol.
anesthesia.
He died from
Yeah, which is essentially a drug.
Which he was addicted to.
He was abusing
He had so
sleeping
much fucking
drugs,
surgery, yeah.
but
Have
you
you ever
said
taken
drugs
that
like
shit to the
cocaine.
doctor?
No.
What's it called?
I've never-
Propanol?
Yeah.
They hit you with it. Lights out. It's fucking. Like the idea of doing that recreationally is nuts to me.
He wasn't doing it recreationally. A bad
he was
case of
addicted.
insomnia.
No, okay, that's not like there's Seroquel.
Yeah, we call that.
No, that shit's not strong enough. Like
for his
once once your body develops a tolerance, you can't fall asleep.
That
You just read about drugs in a book. This is a lifelong connoisseur.
Off all this shit.
I don't know. I feel like he was addicted.
He was addicted for sure.
Getting so much of it, your body just.
I'm talking about the reasons why. This nigga made it seem like Mike was out here sniffing lines. You know he can't sniff anything with that nose.
He was fucking gone off pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ways to do cocaine.
A doctor prescribed it. Listen. Fuck all you guys. A doctor prescribed it and administered it. Don't slander my dog.
All right. So anyway,
Plus, is the doctor prescribing or administering the drugs you use? Fuck no. Okay, that's the difference.
you're an MJ Glazer. Noted. Let's talk about the fact that you got marked out by a teenage Edgar boy.
Are they even teenagers?
I don't know. Probably not.
Yeah, he's 18.
He
He's
is?
14. I heard
He's 18.
This is a legendary clip, man.
14.
Brandon
You're gonna watch this whole clip?
Nah, Brandon crashes out on Nathan. Shut the fuck up. So Nathan, for the record, let me break it down for all the diehard fans out there. So back in the day, like 2 years ago, there was a No Jumper fan page on TikTok that was clipping a lot of our moments and doing a lot of views. I message the person running it and offer to buy the page and give them a job running our social. That person ends up being Steven. Steven is the other Edgar boy that you always see around the office. Yes, he has an Edgar. No, that's not a racist thing. And he has a younger brother named Nathan. And so they're both in the office quite a bit. And I don't like, what was the actual beginning of this? Because I watched this whole clip. To me what the initial confrontation was.
But this has been going on for a while. And
racist, which he is, and they are anti-Mexican, and they don't appreciate it.
there's multiple, like, I think there's a lot of things that people are overlooking, and this isn't to defend Brandon, but just to create more context. Brandon's frustration, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, all right, seemed to stem from the fact that there's no giant coming up, Shorty headlining, or saying, and oh, how come I'm not told about that? How come I'm not included? Well, first of all, Josh had already snapped on him before. There's him and Josh had got into it before.
Yeah, Josh had a rage out moment with Brandon. Let's talk about why. Before we even get into that, let's talk about where did that come from?
That was a lot of unnecessary, some of the things that
and many of those concerns may be shared by people in the audience, so voice them.
I said it yesterday, Brandon are a well-respected, but for really
Oh shit. There we go. What the fuck is he saying?
This nigga's lying.
So
This nigga's lying.
Josh up. Okay.
This nigga's lying.
Let him fucking talk, dude. This is the chat. Let's get for it.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's good, right?
Turn your mic up.
Turn my bass up. We can't hear Gay Boy. Sorry. No, that was the first one I saw.
Here's my Instagram. Here's my Instagram message.
You do message me a lot too.
Do I message you about
You
being on
send
the
me
show?
a lot of reels and stuff. I don't, you don't mention me being
That has
on the show.
nothing to do with being on the show.
No, it's kind of like flirty.
There's nothing wrong with
sending
sending
some like cute little stuff throughout the day,
This nigga's lying, bro.
I'm down for that.
I will let anyone look at my Instagram messages with this nigga Josh. Josh is mad because I be talking shit about him.
He talks a lot of shit, and I think I do a pretty good job just taking it and not responding back to it.
No.
But yeah, yesterday, for whatever reason, and I like to have a very positive energy in here. There's a lot of things that happen on camera. Guys out there, it's very chill. It's very calm.
We like chill. In this office, chill is good. Yeah.
Brandon walks in.
is my favorite part of
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a huge office. Everybody crams into one corner, and they all just hit the bong in there.
Brandon walking in and immediately starting to shit on the people who were here the day before. I don't know why, but that got me to snap it. I didn't want to hear it.
Your little goth club that you assembled.
What? I still think that this is being I think this is being over exaggerated. That there was a goth club. There was a single person who was here. She happened to bring her band, but everybody else on the couch and
The
everyone else
optics
here.
were that Josh has been hanging out at the mall on Friday nights, and he met up with some goth kids at Spencer's Gifts, and then he brought them on the news.
Hot topic, but
Hot topic for sure.
His Gunner's
No, but she got striped. She been in the fucking chat with doing the music thing
She's
forever.
been
She's
signed a little
No, Iwana's hard as fuck. That's the
Well,
whole
you're a glazer of her.
whatever.
Lush has worked
That's all,
with her. He did. Lush was gonna be here, and I think maybe would have helped bridge that gap a little bit more.
Yeah.
It didn't work out. We had Ralphie, we had Evil, we had Remo. We had a pretty regular newscast. There was one additional person, so that getting blown out probably had me a little on edge too, of having to hear more about it from
It getting
Brandon.
blown out. That's where.
To hear from Brandon the second he walked in, I was not here.
Well, look.
And I think I do do a pretty good job of keeping my composure most of the time. I did not do it yesterday, and I apologized immediately after because I realized even in the moment that I was out of line for snapping.
Josh hit me. First and foremost,
This energy's about to change. We ain't talking about Josh. We're talking about Gumpy.
What up?
Yeah. What's happening? We got Young Huck in the building.
Listen.
Huck in the building. What, your mic doesn't work over here?
That wasn't working yesterday. Hey, let me say this. Here's the thing.
Brandon was saying
Josh
he
was
wasn't invited
mad.
to the fucking
No, I don't give a fuck
Which
about
you
that.
all invited to.
I don't
You
give a
feel
fuck
me?
about that.
And that's really...
Bro, I don't care about no concert y'all niggas is throwing. Like, I don't. Look, you know what I care about? Going to watch my daughter play volleyball. That is 10 times more important to me than some rap concert with a bunch of hood bookers. Look, here's the thing.
We watch you...
Josh was mad because there was a unanimous consensus that cast that he assembled sucked. So when I came in and immediately started talking about that with Flacco, he was just like, this nigga physically here, so I'm gonna take it out on him because you can't take it out on the comments.
No,
And I'm okay. Listen, man, stop interrupting.
but I agree. If
Nigga, I don't give a fuck if you agree with me.
If I was there, it would have been a lot better. Listen, this nigga tripping. And I don't care if Josh gets mad at me and starts yelling at me. You know, he
did hit me low key. I'm suing y'all, by the way. No, I'm just kidding. But I get it because everyone's been there. When you have something that's like your baby and people criticize it, you do get mad because you're taking it personal.
The goth news
He talked this shit. You know, it was his baby for sure.
No Jumper Sports.
It was his. Nah, that no.
Put it on my head.
Y'all need to bring that no jumper sports shit back.
Dead homies, put it on my head.
Yeah, you got to get a headset.
Listen, he was mad. If you're gonna take out your frustration on somebody, I would prefer it be me because I can handle it. I've been in corporate America. I get it, and I play sports. The whole thing was he talked this shit. I did my little pushback. I say what the fuck I want. If you don't like it, I'll fuck you. Can fire me.
Bullied the whole.
No, I didn't. He bullied me. But I
bullied the whole scene.
didn't. Fuck of just me retaining my manhood. I talked my little shit, whatever, and then it was cool. And then we got to the Nathan, because he had told me shut the fuck up. He yelled it. Shut the fuck up, Brandon.
That happened out there.
Yes. Or shut the fuck ups.
Yeah.
Right. I think low key these little niggas said, here's the difference. This nigga controls a nigga paycheck. You know.
So you think that it kind of set a consensus when they saw Josh treating the on-camera talent.
They really had me fucked up.
They were like,
Yeah.
okay.
And I also realized that in the moment, and which is why I apologized to you immediately out there in front of everyone as well, because I realized the tone it could have potentially set. But I'd be lying if I said my sentiments about energy you bring in here every day was only shared by me.
Was this Josh's
And I would
first
be-
mark out since the pawn one? Yeah.
I would be remiss if I said that I gave a fuck. I really don't care about how you guys think about my energy. That's what makes me who I am because it's
supposed to give a fuck.
like I'm not fucking red pill. I mean king pill. Nigga, that little money y'all paying ain't fucking making or breaking a nigga. Like, I paid $4,000 for volleyball like in the end of last month, this month, beginning.
Christ,
So
that's a lot of
it's not making or
volleyball.
breaking me.
That's how much you pay?
What the fuck?
Yeah, because volleyball are expensive.
Yeah, like private lessons?
Yeah, it's but
She better be on the
the new
Olympic
shit we
team,
gonna do is
homie.
fight them. But the thing is, that's just what makes me who I am. So I do in the sense of like I don't
Speak of the devil.
want to hurt Josh's feelings. I care, but in the overall, I don't give a fuck.
No. Of course. And I don't think it was intentionally done. But at the same time, do you give Nathan props for standing on business?
What are you still on business about?
He stood up against his
He
African American
thinks I'm a
bully.
racist.
Okay, on top of that, let me ask you this: how much Josh, in your eyes, is like the anti-Semitic?
I was viral with him. I say Jews.
Yeah, hanging out with you feels like Munich in 1944, dog.
She said that. Look, shut up. I'll say Jewish people because I know small hat is more offensive than just saying Jewish people. Listen, but this is why I know you guys are hypocrites. You guys literally got mad at me.
You guys.
Wait, you guys
You guys
got mad at me supporting Israel in the Gaza and the Iran conflict.
Sorry, you're retarded.
So you guys say on one instance I hate Jews, but then mad at me because I support Israel against Iran. You niggas don't know if you coming or
Even
going.
the Jews are too scared to get behind that shit.
Y'all don't know if y'all
that's
coming or
also
going.
true.
No, you know what it is?
I think they secretly support it. They just like optics wise
No,
don't want to be like standing on the graves of the dead. Palestinian children.
Just Chris
It's
walking
kinda
across
ugly,
it.
you know,
Yeah,
Alan's about to leave. In 3, 2.
It's because his love for Godfather Trump trumps all, but no matter what.
Bro, but ain't nothing wrong with having love for Trump.
There's levels,
I got
Pleases
love
him
for
on a
bro.
different level.
I
Look at what he
guarantee you.
did. Look at what he did for the black people, though.
I mean,
He did something for us. He gave everybody EDD money.
yeah, we need some more studios. Shoot the
On the
studio.
real.
Permanently funded HBCUs.
money.
But to be fair, like Hawk, you'd have like some stiff competition if it came to supporting Trump when it comes to Brandon. This dude will blindly follow.
You got
The man.
listen. You're lazy, Lush, and you, Josh,
so
too.
what?
Hey, Brandon,
No, I'm just a regular black guy.
because you know,
Regular about you.
so have you ever been on the receiving end of people calling you a house because of who you follow? But
Niggas call me house
politically.
nigga, Uncle Ruckus, stuff like that. But that's just ignorant niggas. Like, if the problem with them is you guys are lazy. You guys don't want to deal with a black man who has different opinions. I'm not a monolithic thinker. So 1 minute you'll say I'm a white supremacist, I support Trump. Next minute you'll say I'm a black supremacist racist because I said something about Mexicans. And then the next minute you'll say, oh, you're gonna just, you guys, whenever, pick a struggle. What am I? Am I a white supremacist, a glazer house nigga? Am I a black supremacist, or am I just a racist? Because y'all call me all three of them.
Brandon,
I ain't calling you.
we
a black
have
supremacist.
2 to 3 years experience working with Flacco. We have seen this arc already.
We dealt with one nigga, so we know all niggas. See
No.
what they said?
No. That self-hating, anti-black rhetoric coming from him, yes, we've heard it and seen it.
No, fuck all that, Brandon. You're super intelligent, but you have this habit of really catching yourself up in some insane hypocrisy, and I call you out every single time. You stated on several occasions that there's no culture, there's no people in the world more monolithic than black people.
That's true.
And now you're saying, like, I'm not monolithic.
That's why you guys. That's why you guys interact.
Literally, like, bro, I'm just saying you be making arguments that are really strong, but it's convenient for whatever. Just because you pop in it, don't mean you really saying.
Now let me respond to you. That is why you got. That is why when you guys interact with me, you're confused and then you get angry because you're like, I'm used to black people thinking this kind of way. He doesn't think like that, so it represents a challenge for y'all.
The
How
frustration
are you used to black people thinking which type of way?
That's what they're
like
used
a
to.
coast
No.
That's what they think.
That is what you're thinking. It's not even
all black
close to
people
being
don't
true.
think the same.
It's not even
I know
close
that.
to
I
true.
don't think it's same as all. They think like that.
You're the
No,
one that said that black people are the most monolithic, meaning black people share the same mind state more than anyone. This is coming from this man's own mouth. And now when the argument...
And that's where the frustration comes, is when you contradict yourself.
I'm not
you have but you'll have an opinion on Monday, and by the next Tuesday you're
I'm
saying the
not
opposite.
contradicting myself.
You are.
Are black people monolithic thinkers? Yeah, not black people think the same. So because people think black people all think one way, when they interact with a black person who doesn't think the way the majority of black people think, then it's a problem. 80% of black people vote Democrat, my nigga. That means we're monolithic.
He's making an assumption that people have this preconceived...
They do.
No, that's
Historically, black people have voted as a
Yes.
Like breaking down.
Yes.
Yeah, we have.
Yes.
But now it's like more black people. You starting to see a shift, and people vote Republican now, and start like our views are starting to change. But if you think about it, like if you want to be politically, and we talk about political views, most of the slavery strongholds was in democratic areas. You feel me? So that's a huge why black people is shifting over.
You're Hawk, right?
Yeah.
Hawk, listen to me. I don't care what these white people tell you. They will never, they would have never, wait a minute, Blush, stop interrupting me. Listen, they would have never invited you up here to talk politically because they feel like he's a Hoover Crip. That's all he could talk about. Now,
We discuss a very wide variety.
I know. This is a
wide variety of stuff.
Brandon,
We never tried to silence
you have painted us without ever. You are making like these blatant assumptions about us without
They're
taking
blown
any of
away
our
right
action.
now. When you start talking about
because it
political,
fits your
they're
narrative,
like,
but you're not
what?
listening
Yeah.
or using any of the actual.
And he really
as
takes
evidence.
issue with your political beliefs. It's really just like overwhelming everybody with them and badgering everyone with them over and over.
I mean, I personally don't give... Let Brandon pop it. I feel like you're good at what you do. Whatever interpersonal relationship dispute you get him, and we've all been there. It's kind of a rite of passage. You don't really work for no jumper if Josh don't stand to his point. You feel me? Like, so welcome to the team, I guess. With that being said, motherfuckers don't. No, Hawk's on the news because we know he's capable of talking about it.
Now you know. Now you know because you interacted with him.
We've already chopped it up with gang, bro.
Now you know you chopped it up. Me, I would have been like, bro, a lot of people who are in gangs are very politically astute. This is what I'm saying. You ever been around a motherfucker, you fight them, you beat their ass, so they keep trying to fight you every day because you whoop their ass? These niggas, they got their ass whooped politically. So every time we get in a space, they try to political shit up with me. He blames.
So this is a white
So
going on.
then,
Talk about this.
so he blames me.
Nobody brings it up on
He'll
the
say,
video.
bro,
Right.
hey, Buzz,
Yeah.
who brought up the political shit today?
You did when we started talking about
See,
your
this
interaction
nigga's lying.
with-
He knows it was lush. He knows it was lush.
One of them being for sure.
What brought
But
it
they're
up?
gonna blame tomorrow. They'll blame that shit on me. He's on politics.
But what was
This
brought up?
nigga brought it up.
What did he say?
Oh yeah.
Jewish
No way.
people. You said I was attacking Jewish people. That's
I didn't
political.
say that. I asked if some of Josh's, and I'm literally trying to like get to the root. It's called potting.
That's political.
Made it political.
Josh was offended over his cast being dissed and disrespected. That's not political. When you brought it into the realm of anti-Semitism, you made the conversation.
Politics is the most messiest shit you can get involved in.
Oh yeah,
That shit is crazy, man. I done seen that shit start real fights.
If I say
Break up family.
if I say the Lakers suck,
Yeah.
if I say the Lakers suck, right?
Oh, yeah, we men,
And
you
this
don't have them
and this
that.
nigga Lush say you just hate the Lakers because the owner is Jewish, nigga. You've made that political. It was sports. It was in the realm of sports, and then you made it out politics, anti-Semitism. That's exactly what you did.
Well,
we were talking about. How much does anti-Semitism?
It's not really.
They used to done
it's
niggas
not,
the same thing.
No, brother. It's not. It's not off the.
Stop always going to that too.
But it's not. It's not off the meter.
I'm making it political now.
Hold on, though. We're having a conversation about your action with Nathan, which was driven by some sort of like underlying. So to go into politics from there and ask a question that is completely is not me. Oh, let's make this political, and then we would never invite hockey. No, bro, like that's inaccurate, 1,000%.
And you speak it as fact, and that's what frustrates us more than anything, is that you assume and paint out these narratives on us.
I just like when you contradict yourself.
What do you think? For here, tell us the secrets. Hoover Chris.
Yeah, we want to know the ingredients.
Tell us exactly. Why do they wear orange?
When you walked into the room, this Adam said the tone of the whole conversation about the shit. When he now that a Crip or a gangster is in the room, everyone is about to change the way they're talking.
Really, I was making a joke about
You're
the fact
not-
that he has a little bit of a reputation, but it's not like I was saying like, oh, now we're going to talk about death and destruction.
You're saying niggas are
This is why everybody thinks that you're on some overt political weird shit.
Man, hey man, I'm just a cool nigga, man. You feel me?
And I assume that.
We up here podcasting, you know.
You glaze him.
No, but see,
You've been glazing both.
they have all these.
I mean, what?
You call it black unity, I call it glazing.
Where the black unity at?
Let's get to that.
We can't figure out where it is because we mistake it for glazing.
I do want to know, Hawk, since you came on the Adam and Wax show the other day, you've been like going crazy on social media. It's been going up. It seems like is there like extra? Has it been controversial ever since, essentially, or what?
Yeah, it was controversial before that, but it's been going crazy. You feel me? It's been going crazy. I've been getting a whole lot of people hitting me up, reaching out to me and shit like that. The notoriety just exploded, bro.
Have you spoken to Gumby since then?
No.
No.
I mean, I don't plan on speaking to Gumby. You feel me? You know, that type of shit right there pissed a whole lot of people off.
Yeah.
As far as like my community and shit like that.
What, you talking about it or just?
No, not even me talking about it, because I can talk about whatever I want to talk about. I can talk about the issue or whatever. You feel me? I'm a grown man that's gonna make an executive decision and stand on it, regardless of who agree or disagree. But you know, it's just people. You know, it was just like in-house stuff should have been in-house. You feel me? But my whole thing was, you came for me on the internet. You came gunning for me on the internet. So if you're gunning for me on the internet, I'm not the type of person that's just gonna sit down and take that. You feel me? Period. You know what I mean? And it comes with a executive decisions that I make within my fact. But to answer your question, no, I haven't met up with him. I ain't talked to him or nothing. But you know, we all from the same section. We all got the same G homies. So it's like when the G homie puts some energy out there, you know, and we see that it's affecting more than just us. You know, you got to tone that in-house shit down a little bit.
You was really down the street for real when he called? I was
literally down the street.
Just so happened to be, because a lot of people are like under the
my little sister stay down the street from here, bro.
Okay.
I did see people say that Wack did not actually text an address.
I mean, Wack didn't have to tell me the address. Yeah, I got other people here though that I'm with.
The thing is, a lot of people look at this stuff from the outside, looking in, like when Gumby, your friend, when he was on Donnie about turning his hat around, right? I said, bro, the engineers is like referees on the field, nigga. They ain't on the field. Bro from Seattle, he ain't putting on the hat to disrespect you. I said, I don't think that was cool that he was like turning the hat around. That guy's not even involved with nothing related to gangs. Niggas was like, you can't say that. I said, bro, why do people have this idea that black people can't make a comment just based on objective truth without it resulting to violence?
Because
you know
people
him?
try to comments. A lot of them be saying crazy shit, but I just be like, you know what? They wasn't there. You know what I mean? I feel comfortable with, you know, with what I know happened. You feel me?
I've heard way worse prison stories, like in like that make people look bad. I feel like you feel, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Did your stuff as far as I can tell. Shit, you feel me?
I did my
I'm grateful I ain't had to go to prison like that. I hope I never do.
Yeah, don't ever go there. That's not a pit stop you want to make. You feel me?
Like,
They'll love it if Adam was there.
Well, it might be unavoidable.
I mean, yeah.
The way you're living?
Hey, Lush, they were saying you remind everybody of a mob boss, man. I read that little comments and shit.
Yeah, that tends to be.
Then they said you might.
You look like an informant in a movie.
No, I'm not gonna lie. That bit, like, coming with that cast looks crazy.
You look like Serpico.
No, for sure.
You look like Danny DeVito.
I look like a fucking Armenian arms dealer, bro.
It was cool.
I gotta take a piss. I'll be right back.
I knew this dude's leaving.
It was cool.
I did the first hour. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna do another hour.
That's
You won't go 3 hours.
Cool,
Hey, you won't go 3 hours. Pause.
What?
You won't go 3 hours.
I do often.
You won't go 3 hours.
I often do.
You won't go 3 hours.
I'm a sniper.
Fuck that. We got this. We'll hold it down.
Yeah.
Man, Adam ain't coming back with this.
I mean, he left his damn. He left his.
Yeah, no, hey,
I'm fucking with him.
Hey, I was saying, yeah, man. You feel me?
That shit was cool though.
It was cool.
Yeah.
It was cool, but you know, I was already going viral before that. You know what I mean? That just added fuel to it. You know what I mean? But I was going viral. Shit, my page, I just got like 500,000 views in like a week.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? And
do you feel like a lot of people been on your helmet like, oh, No Jumper's a federal platform. Why'd you go over there?
I mean, that's their opinion. You got a lot of people that hate. You got a lot of people that been rapping for a long time and still in the same place. Whereas some people been rapping for 50, 20 years. A lot of dudes from all over who've been doing that. I've been 3 years. You feel me? So, you know, a lot of people feel like, damn, this dude is ahead of the crowd right now. You feel me? He getting opportunities that everybody else ain't getting. But, I mean, you know, the opportunity will always present itself. You feel me? You just got to be aware of that opportunity when, like, somebody disrespecting you, bust him in this shit, upload the video, go viral. You know what I mean? Like,
that's crazy that's where we're at.
Yeah, that's where we at in today's day. Right now, content is everything. If you have content, bro, you got the keys to the door. You know what I mean?
It's like if you go to jail and you play basketball, right? Say you go to prison. It's a couple niggas that really can play. It's a bunch of niggas who ain't worth shit on the court.
Right.
But they all think they could play better than this dude, or, oh, it's just this or that. Same thing with potting. niggas want to be there, but if you actually put them there, most of these niggas ain't really got nothing to talk about.
Right.
So they criticize the people up there. But someone once told me, you could go anywhere in the world, but you will never find a statue of a critic. So that's what this is. That's the noise, the peanut gallery. There's niggas criticizing Hefe and everybody else.
Man, they need to put a statue up of Charleston White. Nigga, that is the statue of the critic. The biggest critic in the world.
No bullshit.
No, for real, because he will attack anybody, bro. It's like that dude has no, he ain't got no fucking spine.
But you must admit, Charleston White do be making some.
But it's just the way he go about making his points over the top sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't got to disrespect the nigga to get your point across, bro. If in the fire or don't see the views of the gang culture, bro, you ain't got niggas dead homies. You ain't got to be over here doing all that sucking shit, bro. Just live your life and just talk.
Nowadays, a motherfucker need to have a camera in somebody's face. Oh, you about to get off? Like, put that shit on the internet. That's essentially, he's not like a physically combative person.
Right.
So what does he do? He gonna his filter be completely gone and say exactly what he wants to and wake people game up in that regard.
I'm gonna call out something he said. Charleston White basically is using the same tactics that the gang members use to get attention. Mm-hmm. When they at each other, I'm sliding on the ouch and all that. Right. They dead homies. He's using that same tactic to draw attention to what he views as the senselessness of it. So in a way, what you're saying, I understand, but then I would say that's a bit hypocritical with the audience, not necessarily people saying it, because y'all hate. Charleston White say F a nigga dead homies to bring a message about we need to stop killing each other, we need to stop doing this, we need to put this gang member in jail. It's a problem. But if EBK J-Bo be like F a nigga dead homies to sell a record, they're celebrating that. I just can't.
Man, look. Even the doctor gets sick too, right? So what, like, we trying to, my thing is this. Charleston White, he should be like somebody that's trying to provide a Band-Aid to the trenches, right? But instead, he throwing alcohol on wounds. Where he's not from the trenches. He already said it. He's not from the trenches. He's not from the street. He tried to sell some weed. He was never in the streets like that. You know what I mean? Leader dissing and slugging niggas dead homies to niggas that's really out here on that, bro. Because those are the people.
Member, though, no? That boy used to claim 6-0 back then,
I think he said he used to be a crip or I don't know, some crazy shit. But whatever he used to be. You know what I mean?
Snitching on his homie and all that shit.
You can't have 1 feet in the game and 1 feet in the sand. You can't do that. You either in the mud with it or you in the sand with it, bro. Don't try to cut the corners like that, cause you're in the street. So when a nigga bust your head over playing dissing niggas trenches and niggas dead homies, bro, and then what they gonna say when on the news media, he didn't gangbang. He was a pillar of the community. He tried to help. He spoke out against black crime and this, that, and the third.
He gonna do a video about Young Hawk now.
Two things,
for sure.
Two things could be true at the same.
That's cool.
Why can't he just
he's
a comedian and a content creator. Why can't he talk about shit in the streets when he clearly knows at least a bit about that? He's not acting like a super
because he's not
dude,
valid.
Right? He calls the cops on people.
Yeah, he's not valid, bro. And I mean, he can speak out about me. That's cool. I welcome that. You say Charleston right, because I'll smoke some rock and get down to your weight class and beat your ass.
I would push back on what you said in this way. Yes, he is throwing alcohol on wounds, but what we do know is alcohol does disinfect wounds. And when it burns, what do they say? That's how you know it's working. So I get what he's doing, but there used to be a thing in our community called tough love. It ain't no different. And a lot of us grew up without fathers in the home, right? I'm a father now. I will go at my daughter with some crazy da-da-da-da-da, but to get my point across, right? Or my nephews more. My daughter really don't do nothing. But my nephews, I might have to come at their manhood or their ego just to make sure the point I'm making is driven home. And I just think that's what Charleston White is doing on a macro level. And guess what? No one likes people putting a mirror in front.
As much as we might find Charleston White and Flacco, etc., annoying, it's like in a previous era of hip hop, rappers were allowed to say the most demonic, evil, fucking monstrous shit in songs on mainstream labels with other mainstream rappers, and there was just like no conversation about the fact that these rappers are literally like preaching genocide to the community. And as much as I am a purveyor of that kind of content, it is insane to me when people act like it's so outrageous that somebody like Charleston White will have a perspective on gangbanging and street shit, when that perspective clearly was so needed because hip-hop didn't have that for so long. And it's such an obvious position to take of like, oh, if you're making music that contributes to, you know, a bunch of young black men killing each other, that is bad. I mean, this is like such a non-controversial take.
I mean, the reality is we wouldn't even be talking about him if he didn't say that insane shit that he did.
I mean, Charleston White is...
I think at a certain point he would have been viral even for just saying, hey, it's bad for you to make music about killing fellow members of your community.
He's not for the community, bro.
On it,
I mean, if
that's
anybody
his
knows...
main message.
Hip-hop, man, that was a culture that we built. Like, we created that. You feel me? Black people didn't have no for real when it came to music. You know, like, we didn't have our own genre. So when we created that, that was for the people.
Well, yeah, every that y'all created got, like, taken, turned into...
Yeah, exactly. You feel me?
I'm gonna be honest,
it was something that we created that nobody can take from us.
Look, my opinion, I feel like Charleston White mastered the internet. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna say that why is because he get paid to fucking sit down and talk.
You're right, though.
Why are we just talking about
and he got a deep bag. He got a deep bag because if you notice...
Are we in a rabbit hole?
This dude, Charleston White, bro, he'd go into that rabbit hole like that Adam just brought up. He'd go into that rabbit hole and he pops out when he can make the biggest noise, bro.
Yeah.
When he can make the most noise. Like when 4 Extra blew his hand off, he wasn't really wasn't nobody saying Charleston White name for months. For real.
Yeah.
But when 4 Extra blew his hand off, he popped out of his rabbit hole.
Do you think 4 Extra is right to be mad at me for talking about him blowing his hand off with his ops?
I mean, it's a subject that everybody talking about. If you personalize feeling, bro, you shouldn't have had that firework in your head. Everybody gonna talk about it.
Ironically,
I feel like
I shot myself, bro. And nobody had sympathy for me. Like my family, they didn't give a fuck. They like, man, that's your fault.
Gun safety, nigga.
Yeah, they like, nigga, that's your fault. The fuck was you doing? I'm like, nigga, I was nigga, jacked that motherfucker off, try to put it in my sweater pocket and went on.
Even in the hood, they tell you, nigga, keep your finger off the trigger when you mess around
Exactly.
with
It don't matter. So
Basic
it's like,
gun
when you hearing it, of course, you know, if you're feeling with any type of moral parent saying stuff about you. But at the same time, bro, growth and accountability come what the fuck you did. So you put yourself, you're in a platform, you're in front of the eyes of 4.6 million people that tune at any given time. You did some stupid, you damn near lost a whole limb, but you lost a hand. Are you seriously gonna sit here and be mad at somebody for speaking about that? Bro, we in a world of content.
But he's taking it well. I don't see him responding too much to the critics and stuff because he know he did some goofy shit.
He's handling it well.
But the question Adam asked was deeper than that,
That's
though.
serious.
He handling it well for real.
But the question he asked was deeper, though, because he said specifically with his, like people that don't get along with his side. You feel me? His, enemies of his hood. That was what he said. Like,
But at the same time, he's came up here and he's told stories about his ops with Adam.
Victim.
You know what I mean?
There's a very obvious reason why people don't feel sympathy for him, which is that he at least at one time talked about basically assaulting a handicapped person
with a carrot
and not giving a fuck. Not that the carrot. He didn't admit to the carrot, but I mean, like when you talk about that ever on camera, it would be like if I lost use of my arm. I mean, how ironic would all the clips of me making fun of T-Rail's arm seem? You know?
I mean,
it'd be a whole thing. What's up?
You gotta think about it, right? He said something else that really struck me as odd, bro, and it kind of like pissed me off. Where he said people come to county jail and he banged on them and he asked them where they like, oh, I don't bang. You don't bang, stay in. And then you tell him where you stay. And if you stay in the Hovers or the Troubles or the H.A. Gangsters, he's firing your shit up. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, nigga. Again, you feel me? Like,
again, not trying to get locked up.
Yeah, that's dumb. I've never seen that type of shit, bro. That's wild, bizarre behavior.
You feel me? Fuck all that.
The thing with Four, like, I really don't comment on 4 Extras because he's just not in my realm of like he's not on my radar. But yeah, I'm too old to be doing the shit he doing. The stuff he be saying, at some point you gotta grow up, my nigga. Even just like going in and out of jail for frivolous stuff. It's just like, bro, but if that's all bro got to offer to get paid, I'm not gonna knock him, but he just has to understand, and people are not gonna feel sorry for him, but they did donate him money for surgery. So I think they do empathize with them, but they just, it's like tough love type shit. Like what I feel a nigga like Charleston White would say, I will help you, but you do know you know better. You gonna get a lecture, nigga, before I actually help you.
Man, but there's been like, who want Charleston White help?
Well,
I wouldn't want that nigga
financially,
to
probably
kick
a
me in
lot
the
of
chest.
people, right?
I wouldn't want that nigga to kick me in the chest and send a fan in front of mine.
Look, I ain't gonna lie. Charleston White reached out to me about my burgers because he in Texas. And I can't say this. Look, I can't stop.
You said
Hey,
he
look, he reached out to me because I make burgers. And my burgers went viral in Texas.
Man, where they at? Cause you got the
Man,
apron
I
on, nigga.
gotta whip them up for y'all. But nigga, that nigga told me about a thing where I can get 300,000 just to feed a few people. Like that's big, bro. Behind
Commend opportunity that he laced you on, but he's still a fuck nigga though.
Yeah, like Money Man said, you just gotta watch Charles.
Yeah,
He
he'll
flip out.
flip out.
But y'all have to. What I think y'all don't consider is that Charleston White represents the sentiments of a significant number of black people in our community. That's why when you under the comments, they be like, "I hate this nigga," but he is right though. We have to be understanding of the fact that a lot of people are getting to the point where they're tired of the gang shit, bro. Niggas been doing this shit since the 80s. People dying, random people getting shot. You gotta hear about this shit every day. I do feel like there's a segment of the black community that is just tired of that shit. And I think that's who Charleston White speaks for.
I even feel like the No Jumper audience has a lot of people who kind of like hate watch gangs, where they think it's retarded, they want nothing to do with it, but they're fascinated by it.
For sure. Or want to see it's inevitable like destruction in their eyes.
People love drama, man. Remember when we was growing up, what our moms and aunties used to be doing all day, laying in the bed watching soap opera, General
Masturbating.
Hospital, all that crazy shit. It's the new soap operas, bro.
Talking shit on people on the phone.
Exactly.
Maury.
Hotline, Duluth, going on there, talking crazy. You feel me? It's just, it's anything that'll spin the controversy these people gonna tune in to.
Well, the thing is, there's been on No Jumper especially. There's been very few. I can't even remember what they were, but I know if there's maybe never have I been told not to talk about something on the pod. You feel me? Not to address.
And the thing about
You feel?
you got a bigger homie.
Yeah, I got a feel of them.
You're Hawk or which one?
I'm young, Hawk.
Young, my friend KP is homies with Joe. Big homie. But you're even worse for gang culture than Charleston White right now. Because right now, you know what I'm about to say, nigga. You're proving that, hey, these niggas is smart out here. These niggas banging. These niggas are intellectuals.
What?
So they look at you like you got even less of an excuse. Because there's no one in this audience, and I feel, who was from any of these hoods who came up here and really was just sitting down talking about some political, expanding on gang shit, really articulating himself well, communicating good. So now people gonna look at shit, the more people like you up here, they're gonna be like, okay, so these dudes ain't really just gotta be doing this shit. Bro could be working at a Fortune 500 company. Bro could be starting his own.
Just out of job, bro.
I'm pretty sure.
You know, I mean, what it is, like I said, bro, we done been there, we done that. You know, niggas in their 30s, you feel me?
Yeah.
Time to change the narrative. Not to say that you not gonna have beef, not gonna say that sparks ain't gonna fly and shit like that, right? But
kill you.
at the same time, what I'm saying is the differences that be on the forefront with me and my homies, that's all it is just different. You feel me? Like, that's it. It's not no beef, for real. It's niggas talking, and niggas talking back.
Well, that's why I even said to you like that day on the pod, I was like, we're not used to, especially from y'all's section, like.
But I
Y'all
mean,
keep it pretty contained.
Niggas talk out of turn. Everybody do. So, everybody got a voice. But, some niggas feel like their voice is big in the room. I mean, and in certain scenarios, certain platforms, certain places, that may be true. You feel me? But that you still got to factor in with who you booming that voice in, bro.
Did Milk react to the?
No.
He didn't react?
No, I really
didn't watch it, but I think I seen the thumbnail.
I really think that Milk probably just think I'm crazy. Like, this is for it, but he's straight though. You know what I mean?
You said last time that the Milk was from Hoover.
Yeah, he's from over there.
Yeah.
T-Roll isn't.
Stop.
Hey, look, bro.
That's what he said.
Honestly, bro.
T-Roll is my suspect.
Hey, I'm gonna keep
I
it
told
all
him
in
that.
the
You're
way.
not
You never
Second
shut the
Street,
fuck
bro.
up. You
I don't
have
know
suspect
T-Roll.
derangement syndrome. I have T-Roll.
Let me ask you a question. I'm selling this right now. T-Rail, whether bro from Hoover or whatever, T-Rail says, nigga, I'm from 92nd Hoover. 52nd. Or 52nd. Sorry, my bad.
If you from over there, you from that community, but you not from that gang.